Warning, this video is not meant for children. We will be swearing, so make damn well sure no kids are watching this because shit is about to get real. Hey Fusion Nation, more grinding for that rocket launcher. Still don't have it.
Water, wind, and light, right? So, and they're incredibly scantily clad. You have a tribal guy that was her guardian that uses a style of gun fu. He's like, wait a minute, you're Native American. What have you been smoking? Oh no, wait, wrong question to ask.
Here we go.
And then you have a. Oh, I'm ready. You're good. Then you have a vampire. There's always a vampire. For the first game, you had Keith. The second game, you had Hilda, and then the third game, you have Jehoiachim, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And
It's Keith, Joaquin, and then Hilda's in the third game.
No, that's right. Hilda is the third game. I couldn't remember.
Yep.
I couldn't remember. I knew the weapons were weird. But Hilda, I liked Hilda. Okay, she's either incredibly cute, a super bitch, or snarky. She's snarky in her bad form, a bitch in her skinny form, or nice and gentle in her fat form. Which was a really weird mechanic, but okay. Then you have my favorite character, and dude, you're gonna love this one. My favorite character was Frank.
The American Ninja.
Yep. And what's his aesthetic? Oh, I'm just gonna randomly pick something up, put a hilt on it. Duh, it's a sword.
Look at this cactus. Oh yeah, that makes a good sword.
No. Stop sign. Look at
Stop
this
sign
pole.
was good.
Yeah, no, the best one was, with my ultimate weapon, it's a giant yakitori skewer. And it's like, you're making me hungry, stop.
And when he takes the sword and the stone and then puts a hilt on it.
Uh-huh.
I loved him.
What else was there? Characters. I think I covered them all. Wasn't that many? Like
yeah,
6.
I think that was it.
But I liked, all the Nazi original characters, ultimate weapons you get, it was a bit of a grind, the game. I played it 100%, got it, beat all secret enemies, got all forms maxed out, perfect ending, all that fun stuff.
I love that you could fight Cthulhu in the third game.
Oh yeah, my favorite one though is that, I always hated that Johnny had a dinky little dagger, but then later on you learn about Malice, you can actually convert it into a long sword, through
He's
Malice
just like,
energy, and I'm like,
right?
Lightsaber, and I'm like, I like it. Because he felt like an annoying kid, but I love that relationship that built between Shania and Johnny. They actually came to love each other. I told Johnny, I told you, I got JoJo references too, because it felt like I'm looking at Jonathan Joestar, right? Mm-hmm. Because he was like a sweet kid. He believed in justice and was a good, goodness and all this. But then after that Malice experiment, and he got, basically his friends got beat, he got pissed off. He goes into his true form, how he looks. He looks like a 16-year-old kid, but actually he's a 25-year-old beefcake that will rip your head off with a dual-bladed sword.
Yep.
And then it's like, Shania got wet, she kissed him, or effectively, that's my interpretation, and then she pulls him back from it, from going crazy and killing everybody, because he could have literally done that at that moment.
Yep.
But I'm sorry, the main villain, Killer and Lady. Okay, yeah, really creative there, guys. But I liked the fact that you basically had to kill Al Capone's sister, because, wow, that came out of left field. But one of your missions is to pull Al Capone out of prison. And I'm like...
Right, yeah.
So great, yeah, it's a game that, it's okay with federal crime and felonies.
I really wish they would make another one.
Oh yeah, but a lot of genres, like the Japanese genres, is kind of dead. And the resurrecting shit, they should never resurrect it. Like, they should never resurrect it. Because it was in development hell for so long, everybody lost interest. And then you pull up the game, and the problem with it is that you could play other games, but they made it so that, look, you can't play this game or understand it unless you played all the other ones. So it got, incredibly meta and confusing.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, and then, I'm sorry, spoilers, they kill Kyrie off again after all the work you did to get her back. And then you say, oh wait, she's still alive? Yeah, but you're never going to do anything with it. You're never gonna rescue her, never gonna get that, happy ending. It's like, dude, it's a fucking Disney franchise. We should have, closed Kingdom Hearts, defeated Ansem, happily ever after. Not, oh wait, he's actually still alive, goes evil and kills Kairi to save his soul. And then Sora's basically dies to save Kairi. So it's like, yeah, great, happy ending. No, wait, no, it's not. You just get really meta and confusing. It's not a bad game. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but narratively it's confusing. Not bad, just confusing.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is, yeah,
like
there's
the
a lot
one.
of lore to dig through.
I like the
There's
two.
a lot of lore to dig through.
And then he hit 3, and I'm like, I'm confused. What did I just play? It certainly wasn't a Kingdom Hearts game. There's a game called Meta, the commentary. But yeah, I like a lot of Japanese games. The Tales series is probably my favorite, just because I played it all the way back in the PlayStation era. I hate myself. I came across a mint edition copy of Tales of Destiny as a kid, and I said, no, I don't want this one. I want this one. And I grabbed Eternia, and I enjoyed it. No, yeah, Eternia, yeah, I loved Eternia, but God, I wish I could have played Destiny, and I could never find it because now it's really incredibly expensive. So with all the re-releases they've been doing nowadays, I kind of hope they'd start doing, Namco does a re-release of some of their old games. I'd buy the piss out of it. Give me a collector's edition that lets me play the original Fantasia off of Famicom, but like a remastered version of it. Tales of Destiny, the Tales of Destiny 2, aka Eternia, or you can just give me the Tales of Destiny 2 PlayStation port they did years ago, but it was only released in Japan. Which is basically like a kind of a slight retelling and remaster of the original Tales of Destiny. So.
Can I get in here?
Oh yeah, sure.
Speaking of remasters, apparently one particular game is getting a remaster for both the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation 4. And that's Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, which was a PlayStation 2 exclusive back.
Oh, so they're basically going to give out their version of Dark Souls. Got it.
Yeah, and also
I mean Nintendo's
thing,
version of Dark Souls, because the original Nocturne was hard as balls.
And apparently they're adding full voice acting to the game. I don't know whether or not that's good or not.
We'll find out.
And also,
Yeah, I thought Nocturne was a great
character.
game.
He's going to be a whiny emo Asian kid. Just watch.
Here's the problem, though. One of the characters who was in the original Nocturne is not gonna get a new life in it. Instead, he'll be replaced with Raidu Kuzunoha from Devil Summoner.
So what, we're not going to get Dante?
Nope, that was a one-time
Actually-
exclusive.
Yeah, Dante was only ever in the American version. In the Japanese version, it's Raido Kuzunoha. So.
Actually, he was in the original release. Well, the
I don't know who that
Maniacs
is.
version, I think. But here's the problem. That was just a one-time deal by Capcom and Atlas. Matter of fact,
Yes,
they were
but
actually the ones who designed
what's the guy? You
Dante's
keep mentioning the guy. I have no
Devil
idea who
Trigger.
that is.
Dante from Devil May Cry.
No, I know who Dante is. I'm saying the other.
Oh, Raidu?
Yeah, I know who that
Yeah,
is.
he's from the
Kuzunoha.
Devil Summoner.
Yeah.
Oh,
Devil
him.
Summoner.
Yeah, I know the guy.
Yeah,
I know the
Devil
guy.
Summoner.
He part of the military
one-
outfit and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
military
actually
outfit with
makes
a
way
gun,
more
and he has a
sense.
talking cat.
Yeah,
He makes way more
I'm
sense
okay
to
with that.
appear in that world anyway.
Oh, yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's fine. But I would also do if you could, and stop it. Is give me the dude from Yakuza 0. I just would think that'd be funny because he feels like he's instead of a demon.
Just thinking about it.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Or do you?
I just want them. They did a sequel to Curse of the Moon. I want a sequel to Bloodstained. Like so fucking bad. Because I love Metroidvania games.
Right?
Hell, I want another. I'd play another Metroid game. It's decent.
We were getting Metroid Prime 4 at some point.
But
Yeah,
unfortunately,
I
they had
don't see that
to
happening.
restart
It's very
development.
likely it's going to end up like Metroid Prime, Other M. Very likely. So.
Metroid Other M. Actually, it's
Fuck
not,
that.
because different developers came.
Yeah, I don't trust anybody at this point. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's gonna be great," and oh, look at the shit we got with that.
You do know that the people behind it is Retro Studios, the guys who originally made Metroid Primes 1 through 3.
Yeah, proves my point.
That's what happens when
But-
you give somebody else the keys to the kingdom.
I'll tell you what I want.
Other
I
end.
want them to release Psychonauts 2. Tim Schafer has almost always done good work. Maybe not the best games, but they were fun. Because we're finally going to get a finish of the story they were telling, you know, all those years ago, of what, you know, who the big bad was, why Lily's father was taken, you know, why Raz is so powerful as a psychic, you know, why the camp counselor, or I don't remember the guy's name, why he was in hiding. The guy who was basically addicted to me. The Tim Schafer zaniness was just fun, you know, and that's why I enjoyed it. I'm not saying he's perfect, you know,
Oh, shield's down. Worth
Don't care.
it! Or not.
aw.
Was not worth it.
I thought I'd try. Be the hero. I didn't know how much health he had, so I just guessed.
Well done, guys.
Yes.
And it was all caught on camera.
Hey, you can't blame me for trying. You can't call me a pussy.
You're right, we can't. Although,
Yes, right.
but
Keyword is
King,
yes.
just really quick here, going back once again a few topics here to finally get a word in. I agree the narrative of Kingdom Hearts 3 was definitely confusing. However, my only concern was reuniting Aqua, Ventus, and Terra. That was the reason.
Well, you still don't really even get that, because they all go off in different directions again.
Well, okay, to be fair, I don't know that because I've beaten the game, but during the final cutscene, it froze, and thus I do not have, it has registered that I have not
Well,
beaten
they
the
don't
game.
disappear forever, but like this one, you know, Ventus, well, I really don't want to spoil it for you, but they are back together, but then all shit comes up because I want to go, Aqua wants to go do this, Ventus wants to go do this, and Terra wants to go do this, because they want to, you know, they feel responsible, because technically, it's their fault all this shit happened.
I mean, you're right, and they're taking responsibility, which, you know, I can get behind.
Indirectly. Okay, Aqua got tempted by the darkness and became corrupted. Not fully taken over, but corrupted. Terra got taken over by Xehanort. Not really Xehanort, but like the evil soul of all that shit. And Ventus died. Over and over and over and over and over and over. And they became literally a million different variants of Sword. Or, you know, or however you want to call it. Because you had his nobody, his his evil variant, just like all these different multiple swords, and I'm like, stop, it's too confusing.
If you're talking about what happened in the events of Birth by Sleep, I don't think Aqua was ever tempted by the darkness in that game.
Well, no, what I mean is, like, they're not tempted, like, you know, she chose it. It's just being in it so long changed her. Remember when you saw her where she had the fucked up eyes and all that?
In Birth by Sleep?
I don't remember. I remember just seeing a scene where she had fucked up yellow eyes. And
That's in 3. That was in 3 when she got corrupted, and that was not in her fault at all. It's not that she was there for so long.
No, I didn't say it was her fault. It was
No.
She was in the darkness for so long.
No. That's not what happened. No, that is no. And in the 3rd game, what happened was that one of the Organization 13 members came to get Ansem that was in the dark zone with her. She tried to fight but got pushed into the dark water, and that darkness is so deep and powerful that it took hold of her, and she didn't have a keyblade to protect herself. That's how she got.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she became evil, like villain.
Oh
I'm
no!
just that something happened to her. That's
Well,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah, but like in the events of Birth by Sleep, where it was their fault but not their fault, you were right about Terra getting taken over by Xehanort. Ventus got.
Yeah, just try not to explain too much to lore because I'll start bleeding from the nose trying to comprehend it.
I know, but all Aqua was trying to do in Birth by Sleep was her duty as a master. That's all she was trying to do, and then at the end, chose to save Terra and get sealed away. Well, not sealed, but cast in the Dark Zone, not realizing that.
And that's why Mickey was helping her and all that shit, trying to find her so you could protect her. And
yeah,
it was really funny because if you think about it, it's the Kyrie likes Sora, right? But this version, Aqua likes Terra. So that variant of Riku got.
Yeah, we can't really get a word in edgewise with Kane. Sorry, everybody.
Sora got cucked.
Stop him now and save Mars.
Just constantly hearing, anime talks of friendship. It's be like, bitch, you're in real life, you'd be dead in seconds. That talk of friendship ain't gonna give you a power boost.
Yeah, depends.
I would say Sora, though, got real cringy later on. It's like, everybody else grew up. You did not, like, at all. I'm not even talking about, like, immature shit he would say, but, like, how he would handle situations. It's like, look, Kyrie grew up, Riku grew up. They got more mature in how to handle the situation. You didn't, and you wonder why you keep failing. That was the problem I had with 3, is it just felt like he didn't grow up too. He literally talked and acted still like the same kid. He had some growth in 2, but it feels like that growth was forgotten.
I personally agree and disagree with. Yeah, it does. It can seem just.
I didn't have my sword out.
It can seem like the growth that he went through the first 2 games was forgotten, but honestly, I think that it wasn't. It was just the fact that that's Sora's character, innocent, naive, childlike. Yes, he did learn some lessons, but he didn't forget them either. Because
I don't think he forgot this stuff. I don't think he forgot it.
No, and to be fair, and also, just because of the fact he gets Samus Aran every other game. Granted, they have lore reasons why he keeps losing all of his powers and abilities, and it makes sense, but still, it's just like, damn,
because
man.
you see, these powers and abilities have to go to this version of Sora at this point of time, so you can't have them anymore. That's how this Sora got his powers in 2. That's how this Sora got his powers in 1, because we can take from this powers of this Sora in 3. I don't have to explain it, because it's probably lore correct at some point.
Well, I mean, I could go. I personally think I could explain it, but I mean, once again, you'll get a nosebleed, and you're already sick, so let's not go there.
Exactly. Well, I hope we get a pressure release from it. But no, if you want to explain it, but God, there's so much. Like, have you ever seen, okay, and this guy breaks down explaining the lore of Kingdom Hearts, or explaining the lore of Final Fantasy, and I'm like, no, please, God, no. Because it's so much. But, cool thing I found out, I did not know. They're going in a different direction in Final Fantasy VII, and I can't wait to play it, because I'm excited. Have you guys played Final Fantasy VII Remake yet?
I've played the demo.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything for you. Just the ending you think you're gonna get isn't what you think you're gonna get. That's why it explains so much why they're doing it in installments. And I'd actually be 100% for it, because the story they're trying to tell is it's not just a remake of Final Fantasy VII, like word for word. It is a retelling of Final Fantasy VII, and I love it.
Well, from the demo I got, yeah, from playing the demo, that's the feeling I got. It's a retelling, and
But it's cool. It's actually really interesting. The people you think are gonna die don't die. People that don't think are gonna die, and things get fucked up. And Sephiroth, you think Sephiroth was horrifying in the original game? You ain't seen nothing yet.
To be fair, I never really found Sephiroth terrifying. Powerful.
No, I'm just
yes,
saying
just
his machinations, his power, you know, things like that. You haven't seen nothing. You've seen what he's doing in this remake.
Still probably can't really compare to Kefka.
Oh yeah, that was basically that was like, in my opinion, that was Emperor Joker. That was effectively Emperor Joker, killing for the sake of killing. And it wasn't because he amused him. He didn't do it because it amused him. It's like, I want power, and why do I want power? Because I want to wipe everything and become an all-powerful god.
Which he freaking did.
Yep. And you basically put him under boot. Run away!
I wonder if I carry around a Warmind cell, can I selectively,
Run away! Run away!
Enemies,
I am running. I am fleeing for my life.
That's why I turned you invis.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Screw
Gotta
you,
hit
Nocris.
you again.
Die! Ah! He flung me.
His explosion yeeted me up a ramp.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. My gosh. Alright.
Do you want to take a break? I'm kind of getting tired of doing this strike.
One more.
One more?
One more, yeah.
Just uno mas. Yep. And then we
Okay.
can take a break. I just want to.
I think
do
it
want to
maybe
get it
has
before
a high.
Tuesday.
I think it has a higher drop rate on.
Ordeal? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't mind trying this. You can do it from here too. So.
It says 2 of the 3 people that got it today.
No, I didn't get it yet. I didn't get it. I got mine way back. I didn't give a shit. And trust me, when you get the rocket, I understand why you're doing it for the title, but trust me, when you get the rocket launcher, you're gonna hate it. It's fucking huge. It takes up half the screen. And trust me, it's annoying, especially when something's coming to your right. You can't see shit.
Reg, don't start it yet.
Okay.
Just one more. You just need one more. Just tie it all up. Don't go any further. You know, happy ever after. Sly doesn't have to be a thief anymore, but he's with Carmelita. You know, when they're doing good things with the thieving, they're stealing from other thieves to give it, you know, to do good with it, because that's what Sly usually does. He's not a greedy dude. He just, you know, trying to protect people, protect things. Kind of like an Indiana Jones, but a little bit more steely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he uses it to finance some other stuff in the thrill of the stealing and all that stuff. And yeah, he wanted to get close to Carmelita. But he ended up doing that, you know, in the third game. So, yeah. Oh, and stealth platformers don't sell anymore. And just like, oh shit, they don't.
They even had a Sly Cooper movie planned, and I think that got canceled.
And even if they did the movie to tie that up, you know, I'd have been fine with that. Because the Ratchet and Clank one sucked, that's why. I saw it really sucked. Like, really sucked. It was like walking into a blender. I was underneath him, but it still shouldn't have hit him. But I love fantasy games, and just, I mean, like, for example, a great game that had a great story, even though it was underappreciated. You guys ever played the game Lost Odyssey?
Yes, I have it, and it was fantastic.
Well, gameplay-wise, it was very, you know, it was very bare bones. You know, like, you played other games like this, but the story was excellent. You had a sad ending, you know, the person you thought that wouldn't die died, you know.
Spoilers!
You know, and I'm so... Hey, I didn't... It's old enough that, hey, I can still say this shit. When Set died, right, And you hear an 80-year-old man, goodbye, mommy, goodbye, mommy, goodbye, mommy, you know, and he's like crying his eyes out, you know.
Yeah.
Before we calling her mama, you know. I mean, that was like, that hurt.
Yeah, it did.
That shit hurted.
Yes.
And then you got to watch Chaim basically deal with Lorem, and had to or her daughter. And he'd been looking for all his life. He basically starts getting his memories back, and he has to watch her die after he finally found her again. And then he has to explain to his wife, who I'm glad he finally got reconnected with, our daughter is dead. These are our grandchildren. And they get a happily ever after. They lose their immortality, and they get to raise their grandkids. That's how, I mean, I'm all for, you know, the endless fight, but it's got to fit the character. You know what I mean? But for most people, they don't want to fight forever. You know, they fight so they don't have to fight. That's the end goal. You know?
I don't recall them losing their immortality.
Well, to my understanding, I thought they did because they broke the cycle. I could be wrong, but,
Oh, man, I guess I'm just going to have to play Lost Odyssey again.
well, to my understanding, you know, yeah, real negative. But I'm sorry, that seems like a depressing aspect that, what's her name? Chaim and, I can't remember the witch's name. But basically, Chaim and his wife would have to watch Puck and Mac die. I don't think they want to be around for that. You know, they already lost to watch their daughter, and they want to watch their grandkids die. No, I think they should just have their, you know, happily ever after, you know, and finally get to die. That was their intent. They actually wanted to die. They were cursed, basically. They didn't. It's like Highlander. It was immortality they didn't choose. It was thrusted upon them. You know, because another guy wanted immortality and it didn't fucking work. You know.
True, but I think the reason why they were immortal was because they were from a different world.
Yeah, but you get what I mean. That, you know,
well, no, I get what you mean.
That's how I would have done that.
Well, like I said, I'm not 100% sure. I would, or at the very least, watch the ending on YouTube. Because,
yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. It's a happy ending. It's yeah.
Whatever, Reg, you're gonna play it again. We all know it.
Probably.
And it's like it's like how they did with the Dark Cloud series, where it was supposed to be like a Zelda killer. That game was supposed to be like they tried to do Lost Odyssey like a Final Fantasy killer. The story was good. There's only one problem I had with it. You could not get ultimate weapons for everybody, and I'm pissed about that.
Yeah, no, I definitely remember that.
You know, what you have to do, you had to get Orichalcum. And the game didn't have a new game plus, where you could, you know, kind of grind and, you know, play through it again and get enough for everybody. You could get like, you know, the ultimate weapon or like an ultimate item or an ultimate armor for like one character, or you can, you know, get like 2 ultimate weapons and armors. And I get why, but hello, that's usually most RPGs. You want to get the ultimate endgame weapon for every character. You know, where if you're not gonna sniff it, I want to do that. But that's just part of the fun. You want your characters, hey, I've worked all this time. Hey, this legendary weapon, how did I get it? Oh, I get to level 100 and Chocobo Hunting. That's how I got the ultimate weapon. Goofy way to get it, but I'll take it. You know what I mean? And I do get Garnet's ultimate staff, Whale Whisker. Oh, I remember this ancient secret village full of battle, what do you call it? Battle droids and black magic. I don't know what they called Zidane's people, but they were basically weapons created by Garland to destroy civilizations. And Zidane was the most powerful. And, well, it was because he could go into perfect trance. Kuja could not. And sorry again, spoilers. Look at this old game, no chance.
I've beaten Final Fantasy IX. Dick.
No, this is for anybody who watches. This is for anybody who watches. Okay. They get pissy. I'm technically wouldn't do a disclaimer, but I'm still being nice and respectful to the point saying, go fuck yourself. If you haven't played it by now, you're too fucking bad.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Oh, and here's the ultimate. Well, hey, Game Freak, I'm just talking about it. But here's ultimate spoiler. Book of Eli. He was blind the whole time. There you go. I finally said it.
Oh no.
It's ruined!
Here's another spoiler. Books have last pages.
Blasphemy.
Yes.
Doesn't have a mic?
I invited him earlier about an hour ago.
That's all good.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you're
How
busy,
do I
you're
make
busy.
the screen go away? It's obstructing my screen. There we go.
Challenge
Hey,
mode.
Game Freak, do you want to do Leviathan with us? It shouldn't be that long or hard with it.
I hate ogres.
They hate you too, apparently.
Yep. Thanks, Kane.
Ah.
Pew! Run away! Wah!
Ogre, stop looking at me.
It's because you got those, damn hips and that pretty mouth.
You got a pretty mouth.
No, you gotta say it right. You got a pretty mouth.
He's quoting Zombieland. What are you quoting?
Oh, I'm quoting Deliverance. You know the movie?
Never seen it.
Yep.
Ah, stupid shrieker!
It's about a reporter that gets raped by rednecks. You know that movie where the guy goes dun 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 dun, with the banjo?
Yep, I've seen
That's the
Deliverance.
reference. And he picks him up and he goes, squeal like a piggy. And they basically strip him down to his underwear and make him squeal like a pig. And they don't rape him, but it's like psychological rape. And the first thing they say to him is, "You got a pretty mouth." No, stop moving! No.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah,
Come
Gamer,
on.
do you want to do Leviathan with us? We're gonna try and help Modnar finish his shit for Acreus. Yeah.
Well, give me a moment. I'm in the middle of a call.
Oh, no rush. How you been, by the way? I haven't seen you on for a while.
I've been more active outside of the gaming world. That's
Oh, yeah.
why I haven't been on.
Understandable, no judgment. Just was concerned, making sure you're all right.
Yeah, I feel a whole lot better with that tooth gone.
Oh, cool. I'm glad.
Same here, man. Same here.
Was it a
gotta
wisdom
get a-
tooth? Did you by chance feel any of your, wisdom points dropping? Because you got to re-roll your character sheet.
Oh no, I didn't take the wisdom tooth.
Just checking.
That wasn't the wisdom tooth that was taken out. It was beside it, but no.
Still, you might want to
wisdom
re-roll your
tooth-
character sheet. Probably lost a few
No.
charisma points or endurance points.
No, it didn't hurt. It just was when I had something stuck in it one day, and that hurt like hell. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. It was messing with the allergies and sinuses more than anything, and that was annoying.
Ken,
But
they
I'll
can
be
do
right
that real
back,
bad.
though.
We can stop now.
I'll be right back because I'm in a call.
Yeah. Yep, go
Okay.
for it.
Are you there, Meter?
No, he did. He did. So I was watching South Park earlier today, and I ended up coming across the Honey Boo Boo episode, and I heard Steady and Butter, and I was never filled with more rage than I possibly could be. And I watched Cartman have a fight on a scooter with Honey Boo Boo squealing like a pig in a pile full of spaghetti, and I'm like, oh my god, what has our country come to? And then I find out what the episode's about. It's about lowering the bar. And it's like, oh boy, was it sure low. I'm surprised it didn't go any lower, but we're in Marianas Trench territory. And then where were they? In Marianas Trench with Randy Newman and James Cameron. So I'm like, oh my god, this is so meta. Nope, not with you. That Wazard. You know, one thing I like about the Falling Guillotine is when you use its alternate ability, it feels like the enemy forgets that they're dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you hit them with it, it's like it doesn't look like you killed them, and then all the damage catches up at once and they die instantly.
Yep.
That's why you can only use it once. That's why they gave it a cooldown and you can't spam it. That's why they made it a legendary, not an exotic. Because if you notice, exotics aren't affected by, what do you call it? The sword ability cooldown. You notice that?
Oh, yeah.
No, you don't look at me, Knockers. I don't like you like that. I got super, by the way, so next time he comes back up, we can kill him.
Oh, very much so.
We just gotta survive till then. No.
Oh, shit.
I got it, run away.
Gotcha. Oh, he did.
You see that?
Yeah.
I got the ball midair, spun, and just kept firing, and I never missed.
Grr.
Still no Osprey. Gah.
Whatever minute this is gonna be in the video, don't watch it, Frank. Okay.
Did you get one? Did you get one?
Edit the video. That's all I'm saying, Modnar. Make sure he don't see it. Why? Because this next minute's gonna be even more painful.
You do, well, you have to understand, I can't see if somebody gets it, and I don't have your perspective.
Still, though.
In case you're wondering, everybody, this is translation for Kane got the Braytech rocket launcher.
Sorry. Hashtag not sorry.
And with that note, later, Fuchsia Nation!
Till next time.
We suffer